Yo, so this is John here, and first off, I just want to thank everybody for all the support on my last cover video of the new BTS track, Dynamite. I had a lot of fun making it, and as promised, I'm coming with a tutorial video. For the most part, this tutorial is going to cover my version, the extra funky version. If an exact transcription of the original bass line is what you're looking for, I noticed Nathan Navarro has his transcription available on his Patreon, so that might be a cool place to look. The purpose more of this video is to kind of show you how I approached covering this song and gave it that extra funky feel, and how you can incorporate these techniques into your playing to like inject some funk and disco and stuff into what you do. So let's go. Yeah, mostly the song is just the same four chords, which is a C sharp minor, an F sharp minor, a B major, and an E major. So during the kind of like piano synth intro, what I did, and what I do with a lot of covers, and just a lot when I play in general, is I'll play these kind of cool like just major minor voicings. So to start with the C sharp one, if you were to just play the C sharp minor interval, it would be like this. Kind of muddy and gross, but if you take that third degree and you move it up an octave and you're playing the ninth fret on the E string and the ninth fret as well on the G string, you get like this thing. It's a nice spread out voicing, just like covers a lot of space. So you play that on the 9th fret, and that's the C sharp minor, and then we slide that up to the we slide that up to the 14th fret, and that's the F sharp minor. And now the next two chords are major, so you're going to want to move a fret up on the high string, so we're at 7th fret on the E string and 8th fret on the G string for the B major. And then if you move that all up to the 12th fret, you get the E major. So altogether, it's like... And yeah, really cool voicing. I really just like to use that when I'm playing along to somewhere where it's like a piano or synth melody or something where the bass isn't prominent, because it adds a lot of harmony, but in a way where it's not kind of like treading all over everything that's going on. Alright, so we'll get into the main riff here, and this is the only time I'm going to cover the original bass line in the song at all, just because it's really sick. Yeah, it's kind of like boom, doom, doom, ba-doodle-boom, ba-doodle-boom, boom, ba-doodle-doo-doo-doo, ba-doodle-boom. Yeah, you get the idea. So you'd start on the 4th fret of the A string and kind of get like in a power chord position, but kind of funkily rake your hand down. So you're like boom, boom, and then land on the 2nd fret of the E string for the F sharp. So then to keep going, you're going to slide all the way up to the octave of the F sharp, 9th fret on the A string, and then land on the B, 7th fret of the E string. So yeah, we're still going all together. Then you kind of do this little slide up from the octave of the B, like... and then land on the E. And then you do this little pentatonic thing here. So yeah, all together, and we'll do it real slow. Boom. Up there a little, and then I think the first time it's like, but then the second time it's like, do that big slide, because that's really cool. Yeah, hopefully that wasn't too fast for anybody, but I just wanted to kind of cover that quick, kind of get that into your head what the groove is, and now I'm going to talk about my bass line a little bit. So I think the first time I played the verse, I just went like, and just did the little climb down on the 4th and 2nd fret of the A and E string from the C sharp to the F sharp. But I only did that the first time, I don't know why, so I'm just going to talk about the bass line I did throughout the entire song. That one had a bit of a different feel. Again, you kind of hum it in your head to get to it. It was like boom dip ba-dum ba 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 la boom down ba-dum ba 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 la boom down ba-dum ba bum ba boom down ba-dum bum ba bum bum. So yeah, play that slow, it's like. So yeah, what makes that like extra funky or whatever is a combination of using like those disco style like octave pops and a very strategically placed ghost note in those patterns is what makes that work. So I'll show you kind of slow. You go boom. So even though there's 3 notes in there, there's kind of like 4 movements to it. You start on the 4th fret of the A string, boom, pop the octave, but then when you're coming down, you ghost note right here, and you like kind of tap nothing, and then you pluck the root note again. And that gives that like kind of funky swagger feel to everything. And then you'd, yeah, I do that twice on both like the first 2 chords with this little bum, 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 and that's just like kind of climbing down from like the top of the power chord. So at least for the C sharp, it's 6th fret G string, 4th fret G string, and 6th fret D string. So, and then you do the same thing on the F. And then when you get up to the B, same like little octave ghost note thing, but then you just go boom da boom da, go up 2 frets to get that little disco boom da boom da, and then the same thing on the E, 7th fret A string, but then you just come down from the 9th fret instead of going up. So I'll play that again all together so you can kind of get it. And then when I went up to the high one, it was like or no, what did I do? Yeah, when I went up to the high one, I think I added some extra notes in the climb, so it was like, then I kept going. So yeah, from that climb from the B, it's like boom, and then I octaved the 4th fret on the A string, then 6th fret, then 7th fret when it hits the E, then 9th fret, then 11th fret, and then a big slide down from the 14th. So yeah, super cool. So yeah, hopefully that gave you like a general idea. It's all in kind of like that octave and ghost note feel is what gives it like that old school like disco funky sound. So I'm gonna get into the choruses where I did kind of like that slap pattern. It was something like, and I think there were kind of like 2 major patterns I used, or I'm not sure exactly. Like I wasn't really thinking about what I was doing too much. I was just like slapping and going nuts. So I think at the beginning it was like, so 2 slaps and a pop, and then I think I popped the dead note after, like, and then when I hit the F, it was like, I just landed on that. Then I popped the dead note, and then 2 slaps, and then a pop, so. Something like that. And then on the B, boom, 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 same thing. E, boom, and I think I did something a little fancy the first time. Pop, 2 slap, pop. Maybe I slapped it again. I don't even remember, to be totally honest. And then sometimes on the pattern I'd end it with that. Boom, 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 boom. But sometimes I'd end it on the same pattern that I hit the F on, like when I went down to the low E, like the second time around, where I'd go boom, 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 boom. So like you can kind of see, I'm not really, there's not an exact part I'm playing. I'm just kind of like feeling the chords and grooving it. And the chords are just the same chords as the verse, but only played half as long. So I'm just kind of grooving and kind of interchanging different patterns. Like I think in the second chorus and when it like extended into the bridge, I did like a few fills of like, which are all just like the same kind of like root octave disco feel and just using notes that are in the C# minor scale. Again, I'm not even like thinking too much about like a part. I'm just like, are these notes gonna sound terrible? Okay, if they're not, I'm gonna play them. And then you can just experiment with different ways. I have another video on my channel called How I Slap Bass Fast, where I break down like that slap technique with the dead notes in much greater detail. But yeah. Kind of just funkin'. Try it out, have fun with it. So for the bridge section, I did this cool kind of little like blues scale thing. So I'm in like C pentatonic position up here, using mostly the 9th and 11th fret on the high 2 strings. So na 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 na. I was going sliding up to the 12th fret to get that little tritone. Add a little vibrato in after, because a little bit of vibrato is sick. And I did that 3 times. Whoop. Climb. And then just did that end part. Yeah, I did that end part like a few times, but it was a little like behind the beat, like, and that was kind of like the funky part of it, is instead of like playing it like a machine, I'm giving a little bit of that human. And a little bit of vibrato, and that's what makes it like dirty, you know? And that's what I kind of like, when it's like that dirty old school funky stuff. So then from there, it comes back into the original riff, but I just played like some root notes. But one thing I did to the root notes was I added like a lot of ghost notes in there. So it was like, so I actually did these kind of like double ghost note patterns kind of coming into these, where it was like boom, boom, and I tapped down, pluck nothing, and then I pluck the note. It's kind of hard to explain, but it adds kind of like a lot of percussive feel and syncopation. And it's the same when I hit those. Like sometimes I'll hit the, when I'm playing on like the low E string, I'll hit the A, and then I'll just rake from the dead note into the note I'm playing. So when you kind of put it all together, I don't know if that's exactly what I played. So yeah, that's a really cool one that I totally recommend you try when you're doing stuff. Instead of just hitting a note straight, try this. Boom. Tap. Whoop. Yeah, try this note, and then tap onto nothing, pluck onto nothing, and then hit the note, you know? Adds a lot of cool, funky feel. And after that, Yeah, it's just the chorus again, but it does the really cool key change modulation thing, and it's got like lots of energy, and it's like super cool. Same as I played for the first two choruses, but it's like 2 frets up now. Or something like that. A lot of it's just about like getting into the mindset of, it's just like, okay, cool, here's like the chords I'm playing, and like you kind of learn all these things so you can just like forget about it in the moment and just like play whatever comes naturally to you and like comes from your heart and stuff, and like that's super cool. Yeah, I definitely want to thank everybody for all the support on this video. Yeah, I know a lot of the people who wanted a tutorial for this video subscribed, and I just ask those people to please share this video with anybody who might want to learn this who isn't subscribed. Other than that, follow me on Instagram if you want. I have a link in the description for that. I post a lot of cool bass stuff over there, like pretty regularly. And yeah, thanks for watching. Love you.